It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast show. Happy Thursday to you, and thanks so much for joining us. So good to be in your company. And can you believe it? There are only 4 months left until the start of the 2019 Rugby World Cup, eh? Excitement. And I can hardly contain my excitement, as you can see in my face. It's going to be an incredible sporting event, as it always is. And of course, the World Cup will be taking place from the 20th of September to the 2nd of November, where 20 teams will be battling it out at the 12 beautifully designed stadiums in Japan for the coveted Webb Ellis Cup. And the best part of it, you could be there, courtesy of Nedbank and Mastercard.
It's massive, guys. I don't think you really understand how awesome it's going to be in a golden era kind of for European rugby at the moment, I think. But from a Springbok perspective, we've seen so many, like Aphiwe Jantyi, so many young guys come to the fore in between this, since the last World Cup to this one, that there are a couple of guys that I want to see get the opportunity to be able to do this. And also some older guys, the Skulk Britters of the world, that are doing things locally in rugby that they shouldn't, that I really, really believe this is the chance. Are there any Springbok players, anyone that's caught your eye, or anyone that you want to see in that squad?
I think you hit the nail on the head there with Aphiwe Jantyi, man. The charisma that he shows for me on a rugby field. He seems to just enjoy the game at such a level that, you know, it's no longer a thinking thing. When he's got the ball in hand, he's free to express himself and do, you know, that crazy stuff that we did in high school when you were playing like touch rugby, it's like, and you feel like you're confident enough to actually do it.
He's the kind of player that represents that belief that they can beat anyone. And we're going to need it to beat, let's be honest, just New Zealand, I think, are going to be the toughest opposition. Take nothing away from Wales, reigning Six Nations champions, they're awesome, but New Zealand, it's going to be insane. We're going to need the leaders like Eben to step up. But for me, Andre Pollard is probably going to be the most important person in this campaign. So if he's on fire, we know that Jay Lendy will bring the fire. But we, of course, open our account against New Zealand, which is terrifying.
Absolutely. Well, rather get it over with in the beginning, right?
Yeah,
but in as far as that's concerned, so we are in Group B, our fiercest rivals, reigning champions, New Zealand, our neighbours, Namibia and Italy. So tell us about which match you are most excited to watch and how you think the Springboks will fare. Chat to us on social media as well. Now, in fact, in 2015, in that Rugby World Cup, South Africa was stunned by Japan, losing 34-32. We can all remember that. It was one for the books.
Feel it in
the
my
shocks
bones.
of, you know, our time, if you will. So what teams do you think will actually surprise us this year, okay?
Buddy, I have a feeling Argentina, not that they ever surprise us with how good they are, but when you look at the strength of what the Jaguares have been able to do in Super Rugby and how well they've used that, as opposed to, say, what Japan haven't been able to do, bolstering the Sunwolves with locally based players. They, on the flip side of that, Argentina have honed. They've got one of the best teams in Super Rugby. They've been able to perform. So I think they might be one of the surprise packages. Will we see another surprise like Japan beating the Springboks? Never.
I really doubt it.
Ever again in the history of the world.
It's like Leicester winning the Premier League.
You're like, oh! Once you get to see that. But maybe you've got some shocks on the cards, or you're supporting a team, maybe you're from another land that your team you think has got it in them. And
you put that very diplomatically. Maybe a team from another land.
From another land, hark. Do you believe this is our year again?
Oh, man, it's hard. You know what? It's all like in the same bowl for me, right? African Cup of Nations and Bafana being announced yesterday. Rugby World Cup, Springboks and Proteas. My heart wants to believe very, very much.
But you've been hurt too many times.
I've been hurt and I'm scared.
Too many times.
I'm really scared. So check this out. If you are as excited as we are, know this, that part of the prize with Nedbank and Mastercard is the attendance to the exclusive Captain's Run, and of course an important element of the build-up to all the teams preparing themselves for the game. And we've all heard that the Captain's Run is you want to be there. I mean, you get to see the players, you know, get to gauge their mindset and be a part of it.
Of the moment of history.
Exactly. So that's going to be a great prize to win if you are lucky enough.
And in fact, they've got, with Mastercard, the opportunity not only just to jet you off to the World Cup, to Japan, along with a loved one, to go and watch and experience the Rugby World Cup up close and personal. They've got, they've tailored 9 priceless bucket list experiences just for the ultimate rugby fan, and it could be yours. The prize includes airfare, luxury accommodation, transfers, and of course tickets to some of the biggest games in the Cup, including the final, an invitation to that exclusive Captain's Run.
Nedbank.
Are we allowed to enter? I'm sure we are allowed to enter.
Please,
We are.
please.
I don't work for Nedbank.
That's
specifically,
please.
so-
Well, all right, so listen, to enter, all you need to do is to swipe, tap, or scan your Nedbank Mastercard, and you can get 3 entries when you open and use a Nedbank credit, check, or debit Mastercard. You also get another entry for every 700 Rand that you spend, and entries are unlimited and automatic. This is a chance of a lifetime.
It really is massive.
In Japan, can we just say, in
So you
Japan.
get cultural exploration, you're getting your team possibly winning the World Cup, captain's run, VVVIP. So if you have a Nedbank Mastercard, get swiping, tapping, scanning, doing whatever you have to do to get yourself across the line. And if you don't have a Nedbank Mastercard yet, I stress the yet, then now is a pretty good excuse to go and apply for one. But you can find all the details, T's and C's, at nedbank.co.za.
/bucket
Bucket list. That's me eating ramen, watching.